Good morning, it's Donna at Boldness Blooming. And this morning I had an insight about being whole. And I'd love to share it with you. So I woke up this morning and I realized I was in a little bit of anxiety and panic over my coming weekend, and scared of that aloneness feeling that has come up in the past, particularly right now on the weekends. And so I started planning my Saturday and writing down all the things I was going to do, and then I just sort of sat down and thought, what am I doing, and what am I telling my inner child if I'm in this state of like, oh my God, I can't be alone, this is going to be terrifying, right? So I just sat back and thought that I just kind of calmed myself down and eased into the moment. And what I realized was that it wasn't really the aloneness, it was the fear of being alone. And I thought, what does that really mean, to be alone? And I think that I just settled down enough that I could just breathe and think, am I okay in this moment? Yes, I'm okay in this moment. And am I okay in the next moment? Yes, I'm perfectly okay in this next moment, being by myself. And I've been by myself for the last over a year now. And so I told myself that, and I realized that there's just the ego thing wants to go, oh, but what about tomorrow? And what about the next day, right? What if you're not okay then? So I just decided that, hey, wait, I can take it just one moment at a time. And then the other insight that came up to me was this sense that, okay, well, maybe I am enough. Maybe I can make my house into a home just being me. Maybe I can be my home instead of relying on a friend or a spouse or family member. I can be my own home. And what I started thinking was that losing my train of thought. I have so much that I wanted to share. I think it's just this feeling like I thought about my addictions from the past and how I was maybe trying to fill something in myself, trying to numb out the pain, but at the same time trying to fill this maybe void or emptiness that I maybe felt at that time. And so the insight I had was that I am perfect, whole, and complete. I am a complete person in myself. And a wise friend also, something she said came to my mind. She said, you don't need to grasp at anything, because that's what it feels like. It feels like this kind of grasping, like if I just can get something to hang on to, like then I'll be okay. But there's really nothing that we can hold on to. The only thing we have is ourselves. The only thing we really have is ourselves, always. And if you're a sensitive person, you probably grew up not getting what you needed from your parents. No matter how wonderful your parents were, it's likely that you felt like something was missing. And that probably was internalized to you, that you were missing something, or that you were lacking in some way, or not enough. And so whatever it was, maybe it was just being seen or heard, maybe it was being understood, maybe you wanted a deeper connection with your parents, maybe you just longed to hear, I love you, I'm proud of you, and I think you're amazing, and those are maybe, I feel like for me it's really about being seen, being understood, and having that sense of pride. And so I realized too that the only person that can give that to me is me. And I realized this more and more deeply, at a more and more deep level, that if we're not giving it to ourselves, we'll be constantly seeking out someone else or something else to try and fill that emptiness or that feeling of lack. And so, in my last relationship, that's where I was coming from. I was coming from a sense that maybe I wasn't a complete person. Like I needed him to complete me, as it sounds like that old movie phrase, you complete me. And maybe there's a lot of relationships out there like that. But a true relationship comes when you have a whole person meeting another whole person, and you're not trying to get something from that other person. You're not trying to get their acceptance or love or appreciation, because you give that to yourself. So then when you come into that relationship, you can be fully there for that person, seeing them for who they are and helping to uplift them, bringing them to their next level. And as they are doing that for you as well, they're uplifting you and bringing you to a next level. But it's not from a sense of needing or trying to get something, because you're already filling yourself. And I think that's what it really is about, is filling yourself with the love, with the acceptance, and giving that to you. And then you feel like, I am enough. I am whole. And I don't need to get anything out from the external world, because that will be endless. That will be endless yearning and cravings, and it will never really truly fulfill you. So whatever you're seeking out, or whatever you feel like you're missing, or maybe you felt like you were missing from your childhood, give that to you today. Give yourself the love, the appreciation. Tell yourself, I'm so proud of you. I think you've come so far, Donna. You've come so far, and I'm so proud of you. And I think you're doing an amazing job, and you're doing all the right things. And I see you. I see you, and I hear you, and I will love you always, no matter what. And I'm so blessed, so